stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders, now we ain't out here moving rocks.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Dynamic GT League's License to Spin Championship. Maybe it's a cup, maybe it's a trophy, who knows? Either way, it'll be an award at the end in one way or another. For one driver, someone that might also get an award for his services to commentary is Ray. How are you, Ray?
I'm doing very well. How's yourself?
Fandabidore. Okay, before we...
I think the award would be a fidget spinner.
Well, I tell you what, I feel like a fidget spinner. I have got so many different things going on. Like I've got my hand. I feel like a plate spinner. You know, like I'm spinning a plate over here, but I've got loads of other stuff happening over here as well. Yeah. So, okay. Before we get into the action today, there's a few things that we just want to cover. Given that this is actually the first real championship we're going to be doing on Gran Turismo 7. Although there are still some settings that we would like them to bring into the game, but irrelevant. We've got a fantastic car, the Aston Martin DBR9 Group 3 car. It's a GT1, but it's a Group 3 car. Sounds amazing. So if people struggle to hear us during commentary, apologies, but they are noisy little buggers. But Ray, a couple of things I want to mention to you is we've got a couple of new drivers on the grid today.
Yep.
Which is fantastic to see. Now, as for what we're going to call them during commentary, I guess we'll find out as we go along, because they have their PSN names, but then they have their proper names, but then they also have the names they've put on their cars. So there is there's a Neil and a Nelly, and there's a Billy.
Bob.
Let's not Bob.
Billy, sorry.
Bob's been here, all right. Billy. So critical. But yeah, because we get the nicknames and the different things on the screen, basically whatever we shout out in the heat of the moment during commentary is what they're going to get called. So apologies for that. Exactly. I was thinking of a different word, began with C.
Next Tuesday?
Yeah, exactly. So great to see that we've got a couple of new drivers on the grid. It's going to be interesting to see how they get on against the regular drivers and vice versa. The regular drivers all got introduced to the two new drivers before the race, so everyone was aware that they were going to be there. But also, Ray, we've got fuel wear and tyre wear in this championship, but the fuel usage it's irrelevant, really. It's on ×1, so it is going to burn down, but no one needs to worry about topping the fuel up or saving the fuel, do they?
No.
And the tyres, what tyres have we got?
We've got, what, compound or where?
Compound.
We've got the Racing Soft and the mediums with a mandatory use of each in the race.
Absolutely. And what can the drivers use during qualifying?
Whatever they want to use.
As long as they're softs or mediums, yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're softs and medium.
I mean, they could try using the wets, but they won't go very fast on those. Now, as for the tyre wear, this is going to be a tyre wear affected championship. I think the tyre wear is on ×8.
8.
Yeah. And it's quite interesting in a way, I think, with the tyre wear. And I know we're doing a bit more talking before the race than we normally would. But it's because I want to give the viewers some information as to what's going to be happening, because we know what the Dynamic Dynamic GT League races are like. They're action-packed. So we may miss people pitting, and we may not be able to look at the tyre wear and give all the information. So I'm just trying to give the viewers a bit of a head start. So we've mentioned before with this car that you have to drive it, and by that we don't mean thrash it. You have to think about what you're doing, don't you?
Yeah. You spin it or whatnot, you're going to waste some tyre that you really want to keep.
Absolutely. because if you abuse these, or if you don't treat the soft tyres very nicely around the DGT Seaside, they're probably only going to last you about 3 laps, which works out at about 4.5 minutes. And in a 24 lap race that's going to take about 40 minutes, that's not very good. And if you drive the same way on the medium tyres, they're not going to last much longer either. But as we said, if you drive the car, you can make the tyres last considerably longer and have a decent pace about them.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Right, okay. Now we've had a little bit of tyre chat. I do want to mention for you viewers, at the bottom of the screen when the race gets going, there's going to be a little box. There's actually going to be 2 little boxes. The littler box is going to have the tyre information of the driver who the camera is on. Okay, so it will tell you whether it's racing softs, RS, or racing mediums, RM, and it will show the level of tyre wear they've got. And the other little box that's a little bit bigger is the pack cam. Now, for anyone that's never really watched our videos before, you'll have to try and sort of look at the screen with your head tilted, so one eye's looking at the main screen and the other eye's looking at the pack cam, because I can guarantee you there's going to be a lot kicking off in that pack cam.
Definitely.
And now we've had Ray's in-depth analysis, should we get ready to head over to the racetrack, Ray?
Definitely.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to give us a little bit of a countdown. Boom. So that we can get the cameras going and we can take a little walk down the grid in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So here we are then, the DGT Seaside as it's known. We do a lot of testing here. For a car to be used in a championship, it has to work well here. And Demon R in the yellow and blue.
Jesus Christ, that's bright.
It is, isn't it? On pole position, just ahead of Steve F1 in second place. Getting a good look at the liveries here. Who's that there, Ray, in third?
That's Conrad in fourth, a nice livery. I actually quite like that.
Yeah,
and then fourth place we've got SGP with his Honda BTC cars. And then fifth place we've got Artpal, dark and yellow.
Yeah.
Different from his crazy one. And then we've got the purple burglar SRI in sixth.
That we have Twilight. I hope this is 7th place, because I don't know if you got the positions right. 7th place. And then we've got the first of the new drivers, Nelly, in a blue Aston Martin. It says not amused on the side, that's the old logo. But a nice looking livery. And then we've got the current champion, Jason. I don't know if he's got his star on his car yet, but surprised he's qualified this far down. And then we've got the second new driver, Martini, maybe that's what we'll call him. Nice little livery there for him as well. And then who have we got here in the pink rabbit?
That's Jimmy in the pink rabbit in position 11. And then we've got Bob in 12 with his normal green livery. And then we have Gary. He's changed his livery a wee bit. It looks like warning flag at the front there. And then we've got Rich Blues with somebody in the back seat.
Oh, aye. There is, isn't there? Hope it don't get too smoky in there. Now, I will just say, it isn't a warning sign on Gary's car. It's the Spanish flag. Because he's an avid Alonso fan. And that's why it says stroll out the door. And as we take a little ride up to the skies, and we get ready for the championship. Race 1 of 9 for the DGT Seaside. I hope you're not scared of heights. So let's get ready to rumble. And I've just seen, I need to edit a little bit of the camera at the bottom corner. 5 lights, and away they go. And I think Demon R's just had a mega jump start, Ray. He's absolutely bottled the beginning.
Yeah, he's under pressure now by SGP. He was in third place. He's pushing Steve F1.
That's all right. Have a look. Oh, right. Bit of contact with SGP, and he's dropping places. Sorry to cut you off there, but I very nearly started going, pushing down on you, pushing down on me.
Yeah, sorry, you keep going. My audio has gone AWOL.
Okay, well, you try and sort that out as we jump back to the start. I think we saw Martini get a little bit late on the brakes, and I think Gary's had a bit of a spin out of Brokeback. Should also mention as well, a decision has been made that the Bommel, which is the sort of bus stop chicane, it's time for it to be given a new name. It's previously been known as Mitch's Bommel. Mitch hasn't raced with us for a while. So, the first person to crash into the barriers in the bus stop style chicane here is going to have the corners named after them. Not that wall, but these ones. Demon R was very close to it, but on this occasion, looking at the pack, Jimmy's a big time sideways. Manages to survive it, and let me know if you need any information to catch up to your audio, or if you want to stop and restart.
That's fine. No, it's fine. There, it was just the engine wasn't in the correct settings. As we see, Demon R, easy. Well, if I was bum driving Steve F1, he just pulled out at the last minute.
Right.
As we go into turn 1, Steve F1 just tucks him behind. Now, what do these guys do? Do these battle and have the risk of SRI, Artpal and Conrad catching them, or do they just work together and get away?
Well, you know, I don't think working together will be on the cards. So what will be on the cards is looking after the tyres. I'm just thinking as well, just looking at Demon R was on the racing soft tyres. Don't need to say racing, but it was on soft. Conrad, he's on the medium tyre. Already got a bit of wear on them, so perhaps had a little bit of a quite a pushing first lap of the 24. I think Steve F1 was on the softs. Nelly, it's Neil, he's on the mediums. He's got Jimmy right behind him, who we saw sideways. Oh, yellow card, that was Rich Blue's got a little bit wide. He's still there though, he's still going.
Yep, as Neil's going defences onto the hairpin, but Jimmy's already ahead of him.
Okay.
Oh, Martini's sideways.
Bob, I thought was going to be causing carnage. Oh, Demon R! It's tagged the wall on the pack cam! Steve F1 is making the move on him.
Demon R. The Demon Bummel.
The Demon Bummel, yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, it's quite fitting actually, considering that we've got Demon's Elbow, which is turns 1 and 2. And after hitting the wall there, we'll have a broken back, and we got broke back. I'll tell you what though, Demon R, after tagging the wall, it will have hurt his tyres. Steve F1 is on the softs, but look at how much wear he's got. We've also got an early pitter, Jason, into the pits to get rid of his soft tyres. So yeah, so we're only started, we've done 2 laps, and you can see how much wear Steve F1 has already got on his soft tyre. So this is what we're on about with, it is going to be a tyre, oh wow, big crash!
Just didn't see who it was at the back there.
Yeah.
As we see, we've got SGP, this isn't a place for SGP, but I don't know what's happened to SGP. Oh, he's sideways! Look at his tyres.
I went to, but I'm looking at Rich's tyres now. That will change quite rapidly. Bob's got a bit of a run. SGP there as well. Rich little wobbly on the curb. That'll be on the pack cam now. There's SRIs closing in on the back of Demon R and Steve F1. 3 different lines used. Demon R, look at how much tyre wear he's got on the soft tyre now. And bouncing though off the wall through the bomb hole will not have helped, as he's right up behind Steve F1. And big slapper, and that's just his nickname on a Friday night.
Yeah, the Demon R not liking a bumhole at this moment in time.
Maybe it's a bit itchy. It's an itchy bumhole. Okay, so that's given Steve F1 quite a bit of a lead now ahead of SRI. Artpal in 4th place on softs. Nelly on the mediums. I tell you, Nelly's doing well. Jimmy heading into the pits, gets in there before the pit line, which if drivers do cross on entry or exit, they will get a 3-second penalty for either one. So Jimmy's managed to make his tyres last 3 laps. Now, some people may think, well, this tyre wear is too aggressive as Rich and Conrad side by side. I can genuinely just say it's all about how the car is driven and how the tyres are driven. You can make them last, but if you are sideways, it is going to hurt them. Something must have happened there, because Connor and Rich were side by side. Connor got past Rich, and then there was a big gap, so I couldn't quite tell if something happened or a bit wobbly on the curb there, Bob. And he goes deep.
Yeah, especially Jimmy, he's always sideways, so he's going to burn up the tyres quicker than them do. As SGP is not really making much progress at the moment.
Well, the thing is, I mean, given the position he's in, he's kind of been on the wrong tyre for this position. Obviously, he started in third. He got up to second, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him pitting soon to get off the soft compound tyre up the inside of Bob, trying to give Bob plenty of room, but bounces over
he's
the
hit
curb.
The curb, yeah. These cars do not like the curbs, as we've seen with Demon R and SGP now.
Well, it's one of those where you can take the curbs a certain way and you'll be alright, but if you get it slightly wrong, yeah. Demon R heading through the pits on the back cam. So he's done 4 laps on the soft compound tyre. Not surprised he's getting rid of them, given that he's hit the wall twice. Or Jason.
Yeah, Jason, he's got the fresh tyres. He was the first pitter. Conrad's going in the pits, SGP in the pits.
Yep.
So,
I tell you what, it's interesting as well.
Go see where Demon R comes out. Is it going to be stuck in traffic or not? And how long will the Steve F1 SRI go before they come in? And are they going to get caught in traffic?
It's a good question, but not only that. Okay, Stephen R's come out. Okay, so he's showing in 10th place. So he's going to get some boost here. And obviously he would want the boost. That's one of the advantages of pitting early. But if he gets up to, 7th place, he will then not get any boost because of his halfway up the grid. So it could be, this could actually not work for Demon R, as you said, getting into a bit of traffic.
And if Jason's one of the first pitters and he was further down field, he's managed to jump Demon R.
Absolutely. But obviously did pit very, very early. There's Jason all over the back of Bob. Conrad on the pack cam heading down the hill. Is it Con? Yes, it is. You know what?
Demon R looking for a move. He's going for a 2-car move. Is he going to get it?
Twilight's wide. I don't know if there was a bit of contact there.
SGP's all over. No, it's Rich Blues, sorry. I thought it was SGP, but it was Rich Blues there.
I need to correct
shaking his ass everywhere.
Connor hasn't pitted yet. He's on the pack cam now, heading into the final corner. It was Critical that pitted. From the back, they look a little similar. Art Power into the pit. So Demon R now is up to 6th place. Now he doesn't get any boost, and he's got all of these guys behind him, so he won't get the benefit of the boost to catch up SRI and Steve F1. And he's got a bunch of guys behind him who are going to be raging for the machine to try and get some places.
Yeah, where's Art Power going to come out?
Exit.
He's, I think he's way back, so it's going to be how long can SRI and Steve F1 hold on, and how much is the pack going to catch them?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Within that time.
But not only that, I mean, with them continuing on the soft tyre, it would suggest different strategy. Connor on his mediums, I mean, I would say it does look like he's got, I suppose the wear's not too bad actually. 6 laps in. I mean, I reckon the mediums, they can comfortably do 10 laps, as long as you don't abuse them. So if he's over halfway, and let's not forget, should mention, you can run these tyres when they are completely red. You might lose some lap time, but you can still drive around. Connor got a bit of a switchback going on here, or nearly got sideways. Be interesting to see how Nelly gets on through here. Yeah, thinks better of it. Connor makes the move. Nelly may be struggling a little bit on his tyres. You see, actually, you know what? Just through
different
the hairpin.
lines.
Well, there is that, but since the hairpin, Connor's tyre wear just dropped massively. Okay, what we got going on here then?
We've got Twilight on the back of Bob here going into the last corner, and there's Art Pal that pitted from, I think he was 3rd after Demon R pitted.
Yep.
So he's been stuck in the back a wee bit here. Twilight sideways out the exit. I thought Twilight was going for the pits here. You don't want to do that.
No, it did look like he was going to be going for a little bit of a late dive to the pit lane, but yeah. I mean, one of the advantages of having the boost is if you do get a 3-second penalty for your
Free wide? Oh, no, it's down to 2.
Yeah.
I thought I was going free wide there. Twilight thought better of it, as they all make it through.
SGP looked for a bit of a switch back, but there was nowhere to go. Twilight's got a run on Gary, as Gary and Arpol got through there quite nicely, as they all ride the curb. Lovely there. See how they get on going up the hill. Oh, Bob got a little sideways.
Yeah, and now we've got SGP.
Oh!
Free wide. Oh, somebody's had to slam on the brakes there.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was. If it was Twilight or SGP, just in the dark rear end hitting the brakes.
I think that one was Twilight. Oh, Bob! He's had a moment, and he's collected someone. He's collected Arpal. Oh, that'll put a bit of a heat cycle through Arpal's tyres that he really would not have wanted. Oh, excuse me.
No, was there something else at happened? Because Bob hasn't. Oh, he has waited now.
Yeah.
I think he was just waiting to get out round the hairpin. As Gary, wrong way.
Yeah.
As SGP, DBR9 coming up on Neil for 4th place.
Yeah, Neil's holding the inside line. That would suggest I think he's wanting the pits. He is. Steve F1.
Oh, the leaders are in.
Yep. Steve F1 and SRI both in the pits, so Conrad will take over the lead of the race. Now, bear in mind, DBR has been on his medium tyres now for 4 laps. And his tyre wear's not looking too bad. And Steve F1 comes out behind Jason. Jason, having done that pit stop on lap 2, jumps them all. Where's SRI? SRI's come out behind SGP. So things are a little bit spread out at the moment. But I think we've definitely got different strategies going on here, haven't we? I mean, Connor's not fitted yet, so we're interested to see what happens.
But he's on the mediums. He started on the mediums, so how far is he going to pit? Wait to pit, sorry.
Yeah, well, I think, well, from my knowledge from the practice the guys were doing, around 10 laps you can do on the mediums quite comfortably. So if you can get to lap 10, and you could then perhaps do another 10 and then end on the softs, which could be interesting. Steve F1 on the back of Jason. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he did in the end. So Steve F1 has put the medium compound tyres on now. So he's on the same compound as DBR, but DBRs are 4 laps older.
Yeah, just looking for the gap back to SRI for Steve F1. It seems like 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, maybe SRI's last couple of laps on those soft tyres were a little bit painful. Connor, he is going for the pit, so over the white line though. That'll be a 3-second penalty for Connor, and he's managed to get to the end of lap 8. 8:16. That would leave 8. I don't know what his strategy might be. Could he do 8 laps on the soft tyres?
Oh, don't know. As we see SGP into turn 1 with SRI catching behind.
Yep, I mean SRI's in a situation now where really he could do with, if he can, get past SGP. SGP going very defensive. Oh no, it's SGP sort of go on mate, it's alright, different races.
There was admin friends.
Yeah. About a little sideways.
Oh, nearly collected Connor there.
Yes.
As we come up over the hill. Let's see. Look at is that Martini? It's in there as well. Martini is in there.
He's in the back
having
there,
a good
behind Arpal. Closing up quickly with the Nelly's in there as well.
Oh, it was Nelly. It was Nelly's delivery. I mean, it's just confusing trying to figure out what one's which.
Connor making a move on Bob, and then we're almost 4 wide. Arpal will look for a switch back, and it's working. I think just about. Yep, gets a move done on Rich, but Rich may try coming around the outside. Are they all going to go single file? Yes, they do. Clearly, they have learnt over the years. Rich! Oh, yeah, he's all right. Oh. Martini had a little wobble on the exit there. There's Arpal looking, who do I bump draft? Conrad! Oh, he served his penalty. So massively unfortunate for Connor. It's getting very busy now, right? I mean, would you want to be a new driver in the middle of that?
Oh, 2. But it looked like SGP was putting, and then he just kind of stuck his car out of the pit lane.
Maybe he was thinking if he pits at the same time, he doesn't gain anything. So go an extra lap and have a more benefit of boost pitting a lap later. Might not make much sense, but I do kind of know what I'm on about. Rich got sideways. SGP making the move around the outside. But also thinking about it, something must have happened to SGP because he was with SRI a lap ago.
Yeah, so he was. Did SGP not pit?
No.
Maybe it was the line he took. No, his tyres are. Yeah, his tyres. Something must have did happen then.
Yeah, maybe he had a bit of a crash somewhere that we didn't quite see. I mean, we mentioned at the start, there's going to be action, and we're not going to be able to cover all of it, unfortunately. On the pack cam, it looks like SRI is closing in on the back of Jason. Jason, I don't think, has done his second pit stop yet. He's on 8-lap-old medium tyres, as these guys... Yeah, I mean, I sort of mentioned about, would you want to be a new driver?
SRI's got the run.
Oh, he has, yeah.
SRI is going for it.
I think Jason may have tagged the wall. A bit late to have it named after you now, Jason, but if you want it, the Agia bomb hole. But yeah, I'll try and ask a third time. What do you think it'd be like for the likes of Nelly or Critical being right in the middle of the pack in your first race?
They'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like coming out the final corner, looking in your mirror and going, there's 6 of them right there. I'm going in the pits, sod it.
Yeah.
He goes. Okay, 2 by 2 down the main straight. I must admit, so far it's been a great race. We're 11 laps in, and looking at it on the pack cam now, it's Steve F1 looking at the back of Demon R. Gary's got deep. He manages to survive just. SGP tagged the back of him. Now he's tagged Rich. He's punted everybody.
Yeah, it looks like Steve F1's about 3-4 seconds behind Demon R at this moment in time.
Yeah. About 2 and a bit, yeah. 2 and a bit maybe. I was thinking of a song then, but I'm not going to start singing Justin Bieber. Rich did.
Rich, yes, it is. Why did I get them two mixed
How
up?
did you get yellow and orange mixed up? I suppose at a quick glance when it's kicking up dust. Okay,
Maybe
Connor.
the angle, the sunlight's hitting it at some points.
It could be. Connor went onto the soft tyre at his pit stop then, gets an opportunity to battle Nelly once again, this time heading into Demon's bomb hole. And you want to be careful, you can get burnt in here. He's got a good run though on those soft tyres. I can tell you what, his life's actually not too bad on them, to be fair. Okay, what have we got then on the pack cam? That looks like it's Twilight looking back, is it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, Twilight.
Ooh.
And here comes Gary.
Ooh. And there goes Gary. Jeez. And here comes Gary. And into the pits goes Gary.
Is that going to be a penalty?
I
don't know with the camera angle.
Nelly, is he going to be fighting back at Conrad here? I will mention as well, for those that don't know, Neil, he actually races with a VR headset on. So, yeah, if anyone wants to take advantage of that, just pit manoeuvre him, spin him around, it'll make him sick. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like. Well, I can imagine what it's like to do a full race in VR. I can imagine it's absolutely bloody brilliant. But having said that, look at SGP's tyres. This is what I'm on about though. He can still run these tyres on this amount of wear, but being in this pack, it could be a little tricky. Yeah.
I think it'd be a wee bit. You know how in car view on a TV screen, I think VR would be a wee bit easier because you'll able to see more because you can move your head about more than what you can with on the TV screen. So Yeah, it'd be interesting to try. Might just buy one just for the
Well, if anybody wants to
shits and
donate
giggles.
us loads of money so we can buy a few PSVR 2s, we can give it a try. Art Power got a penalty, didn't see what for. Serving that now, he is what Yoda would say. But yeah, I mean, one of the things with the VR. Oh, Twilight's wide, SGP's wide, and Art Power's into the pits. Oh, SGP, I think he thought about going for the pits. I mean, to be honest, he's just had a big moment there. I'd go into the pits, take the penalty, go into the pits, get off those tyres. At the pack cam, Steve F1 still there behind Demon R. Doesn't look like much changing there, or maybe the gap coming down a little bit. But yeah, so I do know with the VR headset, he doesn't have all of the information on the screen like we may see here, the time towers and stuff.
Demon R at 141. Steve F1 just very smallly taking time out of Demon R's times.
Jason's tyres, I think he'll be getting ready for a pit stop soon. Nelly's tyres, he's on the soft, so Connor and Nelly have both complied. Oh, critical, gone deep. That'll compromise him all the way up the hill and down the hill, because he's going to be compromised in this left-hander here. Yeah, there you go. That's definitely compromised. Oh, an SGP.
Whoa, what is it with SGP tonight?
Oh, Gary. Oh. Did he get through? Oh, he did, but I think he's binned it as well. Oh, yeah. Well, that was definitely compromising. Oh, dear.
That's two corners that we've seen SGP follow the car in front. Ooh. Off the track. Oh, it was that Twilight, nearly.
Well, Bob got close to Twilight. Come through sideways. Got a run on Bob now into the final corner. Bob goes defensive. That's all right, though, because Twilight will take the wider entry, go for the switchback. Jason in at 2 at the pits. An interest, I mean, he can't. Ooh. If he goes on the mediums, Jason, Twilight, sorry.
Twilight's
yep,
in the pits, yeah.
Jason would have to do 11 laps to get to the end on these mediums. Look at the pack cam as well, though.
Oh, what happened? Something happened.
No, I think it's just the Demon R's tyres. Yeah, look, no front left. And this is his 10th lap on them, and there's 10 laps to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him heading towards the pit lane. Now for Steve F1, does he follow in the pits? Does he not? He's going to try making the move though, down into the hairpin.
I think he's got younger tyres, so he could. He didn't make that.
Nope.
He's got younger tyres, so I think he's got an opportunity to go for another set of softs if possible.
Demon R's tagged the wall.
Which would be faster than mediums if Demon are going to go another 10 laps on the mediums.
Well, it depends on how many laps he'd want to be doing on them. Okay, looking at the pack cam, I think that is Nelly having a look at the back of Art Power and Critical. Yeah, it is.
It's our eye on the mediums. Near enough through. Connell's near enough through.
Woo!
No, how did that happen? Somebody saw it.
This is.
He's stuck.
Demon R's in the pits. SRI is in the pits. I think Nelly may be waiting for Artpal. I don't know, but Artpal is having to wait for everybody to come past. That is painful. SGP has finally pitted and changed tyres. He's now on the race's softs. He ain't getting them to the end. You won't get 10 laps out of, well, you will, but the last 5 are going to be awfully slow. Going to try and make a move on Rich Blues into the final quarter. But I think if you're in SGP's position, bang the softs on, pump in as fast a laps as you can, and then pit again.
It depends what lap time you can do on the softs when they're warm, because if you're good enough and you can do the softs on fully warm, they kind of go to they kind of beat the medium tyres pace when they're worn down.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can, if you can look after the softs. I mean, I know I did the lap guide, the stint guide, and on the soft tyres, I did an 8-lap stint where I think the softs started off on like 139s, went to 140s, then went to 141s. Critical! He's had a moment at the top of the hill again on the pack cam. Twilight tagged the back of him. Not a lot he could do there as Bob gets sideways in front of Jason. So the medium tyre. What I found with the medium tyre is you can be more consistent for longer compared to the soft tyre. But it'll be interesting to see how things are going to pan out towards the end of this race.
Oh, Bob nearly hitting the wall.
Absolutely.
Jason's got the run. Bob takes that nice and slow defensive. You see that? It like creeps over. It isn't like a move, I'm defending. It's like I'm creeping over to defend. I'm not showing you that I'm really going for a defense.
Connor has pitted. I think he is on the racing soft tyres again. Bob is into the pitch. Jimmy's got a bit of a run on SGP, but Jimmy's medium tyres are going to need changing soon. So that's
how he gets on with the break in here with SGP with the quicker tyres. As I heard somebody ram it down the revs there. You could hear the, when you hit the top of the revs in these cars. Yeah. So I don't know if that was SGP or Jimmy just trying to slow it down.
Yeah, if it was Jimmy, it'd have been.
Twilight! Oh! The SGP again!
With SGP going, if you're going to crash in front of me, I'll crash with you. Crash, friends! Or Jimmy's got a little bit deep. I think it's so easy, though, to follow someone. But also, these cars, if you do get a little bit of a twitch on, you've got to be a bit careful. Conrad closing in on the back of Jason. Connor with fresh mediums on. Jason pitted a few laps ago. Connor sideways. Connor head on into the wall. Oh, no.
How's that possible? It's a right-hand turn. And what happened there that it made them left?
I wonder if he clobbered the curb. That would bounce him, wouldn't it? Get the arse end out. You counter steer and.
I thought he was going side by side in here. Oh no, he's
SGP, what is happening with SGP today?
Yeah, he's ruining his tyres in his own accord.
Yeah.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what it's like. It's Connor had the twitch going left again, and then SGP.
Spinaroonie! And he saved it. It's a lovely save.
Well, can we see SGP in that corner?
Well, hang on. Where is he? We don't need to take the piss out of SGP, but if you're going to spin every time someone else does, it's going to get noticeable. Okay, want to mention as well, Steve F1 has not pitted for his final pit stop yet. He's on the pack cam going over the crest of the hill. Demon R is not too far away. I think when Steve F1 pits, Demon R will be ahead. Jimmy!
You got that slow down just in time.
Just in time.
But that's going to give Neil the run up here and up through the hill, so might have a overtake manoeuvre into the hairpin here. Look at that. Neil's right on the back of him.
Oh, nice. That's Connor. Nice switch. Further ahead. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the pack cam and then looked back. And Connor making a move on Rich and trying to make a move on Bob. Steve F1 from the lead now heads into the pits. He was on the medium tyre, so he's done, 10 laps on them. What tyre will he go to for the final stint? Personally, I'd go for the mediums and you could push it. You wouldn't have to worry about the tyres going off. SRI into the pits again.
Was he playing that?
Well, you know what? He had the soft tyres on, so there was no way he was going to get to the end anyway. So, yeah, it makes sense to make another stop there for SRI. Okay, Steve F1 comes out of the pits in second place. Jason in third. SRI comes out in fourth. Twilight.
Just ahead of Twilight here. Comes Twilight. He's going to be up, his tyres up to temperature, but look at how much worn his tyres are.
Yeah, Twilight's going to have another pit stop to do. So let's see then. I'm looking at the track map in the top right corner. The car heading down towards the hairpin. That's Demon R with Steve F1 about 6 seconds, I think, behind. So interesting to see what's going to happen there throughout the remaining 6 laps of this race, and we still don't know yet what tyres Steve F1's gone on to.
No. It doesn't show you, does it, anymore? It used to show you what they went on to in the tower.
When they run out. And I think it's because they disappear as well. Not disappear, but yeah. Sometimes the names move about. But yeah, it would be more useful if it...
for commentary side, but not for racing side, because then it makes the drivers have to think what tyres the other person's using.
That's a good point. I mean, what would be nice from a commentary side is if it popped a little notification like Steve F1 has put on so-and-so tyres. Connor, though, he's got a run on Nelly. That's for the third time today, I think. On the pack camera, having a bit of a look at Demon R through Demon's elbow.
Neil trying to switch back there, but Conrad just kind of held a bit tight. I think
Pits.
Neil's went for the pits now.
Yeah, so is Twilight. So we won't see what tyres they'll go on to because they've dropped quite far down, unless we happen to be on a car that's...
SGP behind Bob. Bob, all you have to do is get a wiggle on, and SGP will crash it.
Rich.
Oh, it's Rich. Sorry.
Have you got your glasses on?
Yeah, I've got my glasses on.
Maybe you need to take them off then. I would just like to point out...
It looks orange and that kind of light in there. It might be the way my screen's set up or something, I don't know.
Maybe. I would like to just say, in Rich's defence, he is 2 places ahead of SGP at the moment. Excuse me. Now, I think Rich is going to need to make another pit stop. His tyres are nearly dead. Conrad is pulling away from Bob now. Art Powell should be able to get these tyres to the end, so maybe able to gain a couple of places here. They've got a bit of a run on Rich Blues. As we see on the pack cam, Steve F1 heading through the bomb hole. Art Powell got a run, making the move, or he's going to try to, up the inside. Can he get it slowed down, turned and accelerated away? Yes, he can. And then we've got SRI. Oh, I thought he was... Go, Brown.
I won't help his tyres.
No, definitely not. Conrad may be able to close in on him a little bit now. Bob, Bob, I reckon, can get to the end, you know.
Yeah, and the mediums.
SGP should be able to get to the end. Looking at Demon R on the pack cam, going through turn 1 again. Steve F1, yeah, he's still about 5-6 seconds, about 5 seconds behind. So not much happening in the gap.
Oh, SGP! He's not having a good race tonight, is he?
Connor, you know those hot pants race centre? Can you stick them in an envelope and send them to SGP? Excuse me. Okay, Demon R. He's on the medium tyre.
What's that? So hand the brown stains around.
Yeah, look at Demon R's tyre wear and the lap times. So lap times are good. Been in the 39s. Now it's into the 40s. That tyre life is good for another 4 laps. Steve F1 is on the soft tyre. So he's done a 38. So he may be able to go a little bit.
He's done a 56 and a 42 and a 41. So I think Demon R's had... Yeah, I think Demon R's had a wee bit of better times there. Yeah.
Yeah,
39. 39.
Oh!
39.
No, he hasn't!
No!
He's bottled it! He's confirming that wall, that corner, is going to be named after him. There was about a 5-second gap. Now there's about a 1 to 2 second gap. Well, if Steve F1 may have been having any concerns about his tyres getting to the end. I mean, to be fair, Steve F1 may not know what tyres Demon R is on. I mean, if Steve F1 is thinking that Demon R is on the soft tyres, he'd have been expecting Demon R's tyres to go off big time at the end. Oh!
Side by side. Oh, Jimmy right in that wall.
Yeah, Jimmy sticking his nose right into Demon's bomb hole.
Yeah, and Neil's got great tyres to the end, yeah.
Yeah, on the softs as well. Oh, yeah, he's got the grip there at the moment. Nice move. Twilight, though. Oh, no. SGP, are you going to do anything? Not on this occasion. Okay, so looking at the pack, looks like the gap between the leaders has kind of stabilised a little bit. This, though, is absolutely frantic. Nelly down in 7th, but with a right battle going on behind him.
Yep. Oh, 3 wide, nearly. Martini coming in there. No, it's Gary.
It's Gary.
Not Martini, it's Gary.
Jeez, you need a drink. Excuse me. Okay.
Well, it's been a while since we've done commentary, so
That
I'm
is
like,
true.
this is to get the mistakes out now.
Absolutely. Okay, Demon R on the pack cam, heading through the bomb hole. And when you've been through there and hit the wall, you can easily do it again on the next lap, but he's okay on this occasion. It's definitely a confidence course, set corners. SGP going to switch back on Twilight. Jimmy getting a little Kirby. This could be interesting. Who's got the grip? Who's got the ability?
Neil didn't even go for the apex there.
Oh.
He didn't even touch it. He's like, nah.
Ooh, too wide, Gary and SGP. What a move by Gary! Oh no, it's not!
Jimmy!
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
I think Jimmy gave SGP a boost through there as well.
Just looking at the pack cam, that gap looks like it's come down a little bit as they're heading towards Brokeback.
SGP's going for the puts. And so's Gary and Jimmy.
Oh, maybe that collision there just caused a bit too much tyre wear for them. Maybe a few of them were thinking, let's get a benefit at the end. Yeah, look at Demon R's tyre wear now. That moment of hitting the wall has absolutely killed his tyres. When you look at the lap times, 39's got a 40, then a 43 and back to the 40s. Steve F1 38s and 39s. So the question now is, will Steve F1's soft tyres, will they last 7 laps? I mean, I think if the Demon R hadn't have hit the wall and Steve F1 had to keep pushing to get that 5-second gap down, it would have hurt his tyres a lot more. But with Demon R hitting the wall and closing the gap for him, it allows Steve F1 to be that little bit gentler on his tyres.
Oh, when you said 7 laps, I'm like, there's no 7 laps to go, but overall, do you mean 7 laps?
Yeah, overall 7 laps, yeah.
There's a level, can he not count or something?
Oh, I definitely can't count. I can't make it through the bomb hole either. Nelly trying to do a switchback move on Bob. He's on the soft compound tyre. Bob's having none of it though. And they managed to slot back in. SRI though, he has caught up to the back of Jason. But SRI's soft compound tyre. This one, SRI pitted at the same time as Steve F1. So SRI's lap times are pretty good, but his tyre wear is a little bit worse. But he's all over the back of Jason. Demon R, he's got this lap and one more to try and fend off Steve F1 with that front left. Oh, curb! Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, look at the back cam as well. SRI trying to make the move.
Oh, he's got a wiggle on. Oh, he's still going. He's just keeping in that slipstream of Jason to try and keep as close to him as possible. Look at this, 2 battles going on for the
top 4 places.
One for the top 4.
Okay, well, we saw Steve F1 make a move on Jason down here, got it right. We saw him try it on Demon R. He didn't quite get it done. Can he get it done on this occasion with his soft compound tyre? Demon R not fighting this one. I don't think he really can fight with that front left tyre. But if he can stay close, maybe he can re-attack. SRI now all over the back of Jason. Can he make a move down into the hairpin? Oh, we've got all cameras on the front too. No one hits the bomb hole. SRI round the outside. What a move. If he can make it still. Jason understeers deep.
Oh, they're getting feisty here. Oh, they're side by side. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, they get through. They manage to survive. And looking at the pack cam, it looks like Demon R's tyres have bitten the dust as SRI and Jason still side by side.
Look.
Connor's coming in now as well.
Back. Yeah, the SRI and Jason's speed through that bomb hole was 90 mile an hour, or 95 mile an hour, compared to what? 120, 25, 30.
Yeah. Okay, Bob making a move on Rich Blues on the pack cam. Excuse me. It looks like Steve F1 maybe safe up at the front. It's close on the track map, but I don't think it's close in reality. Artpal and Bob are side by side. Jason, can he do anything about SRI? I don't know if he's got the tyres. Jason's on the mediums, but I don't know how worn they are. Actually, I do. He's been on them for, this is the 11th lap as SGP has a big look at the inside of Artpal into turn 1. Yeah, Demon R has dropped off for the back of Steve F1. there's Jason tyres. So for his stint,
Oh, Jason's he's got some tyre left compared to SRI. It's just
he's got a run here as well. He's got a decent run here. But Connor closing in. SRI clearly going defensive. Jason, can he go around the outside? I'd perhaps look at a switchback, but you have to be careful of someone parking it on the apex.
I think he has parked it in the apex. That's going to make him slow. We'll keep an eye on Conrad and what happens here as we see Steve F1 coming over to take the checkered flag.
That it is. So race 1 to Steve F1. Win and done. DBR second place. Battle for third. Oh, not so much. It's battle for fourth now. SRI's got a bit of a gap. There's still loads going on the pack cap. Connor trying to go round the outside of Jason in the final corner. Nearly gets sideways, but he's got the run. Jason's not going to like that one. It's a brilliant move from Connor. Bouncing right at the end, and he barely had any tyre left. Nelly, what a debut race for him. Up in sixth place, and there's still loads going off on the pack cam. Rich Blues, I think, has got a run on Gary here. As we've got Jimmy just ahead of SGP. And they cross the line. It's so close. I'm guessing something may have happened a little bit in these last few laps with Billy, Twilight and Artbow. Looking at the lap times, Artbow's on a 1:46 in there somewhere. So I don't know exactly what's happened, but there was so much going on towards the end. I mean,
You've done a 2:05 there.
Yeah, I mean, we've got one pack cam. We can't have more than that. We would know where to bloody look. But yeah, what a race. A lot happening during that race. Some very different strategies. Generally, other than that, I don't know what to say.
No, it's fantastic racing from the drivers again. And that pack is always as entertaining as it is, and had added entertainment tonight with HGP doing one copying but better than the person ahead of him.
Absolutely. I was not listening to anything you were saying then. I do apologise. You started about SGP and then I started reading what jokes I'm going to tell. But I didn't need to, because I suppose the joke was that SGP was spinning everywhere. But to be fair, I think it's just one of those unfortunate races for SGP. It started off down at turn 1, didn't it? Because he had a good run off the line. I don't know exactly what happened down at turn 1, but yeah, he ended up then in the battle, in the pack. Don't know how many pit stops he made. But yeah, I mean, you compare that to how different... we saw Connor have a couple of spins, but actually had a brilliant recovery drive. SRI's had a brilliant race there. No errors from what I remember seeing.
He got his ass sideways out the bumble.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. Jason, I think Jason struggled a little bit in this car around this track, maybe with the tyres. But, as always, he was there or thereabouts towards the end. I think Jason will... I think for most people, this track, this car, it is a little bit of a tough combination. So, for example, the next track, it's a bit of a beast, but actually the car is very, very nice to drive around there. And it's one of those things, with this particular track, I mean, it is a feature of it, the bomb hole. The bomb hole can take a victim at any moment. It doesn't matter if you're leading or last. It can bite you at any moment. And so I would say to anybody that ends up in the barriers at the bomb hole, don't get annoyed, don't get frustrated, don't get upset with yourself. It happens. I mean, geez, and Demon R's got 9 championships and he hit it 3 times. The thing is, I'm pretty sure, you know, there's still... I mean, I remember saying it a few seasons ago, and I don't know if Demon R actually broke it or not, but Demon R, from what I remember, hasn't won a DGT race at the Seaside.
Since when?
Ever. In the league races.
Has it not?
Nope. Whenever he's had a chance of winning, he's been in the wall.
The bum hole.
The bomb hole. Yeah, such a disappointment. So I suppose it's fitting that it gets named after him now. But yeah, Steve F1 is brilliant race as ever. Just very, very consistent. We didn't see him getting out of shape anywhere. No, we saw him go deep once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he tried to overtake Demona.
Absolutely. I was going to make some kind of joke there, but I won't. So yeah, brilliant race from Steve F1. And what I will say is, I mean, obviously, we're not going to go through everybody's race because we'd be here all night. But I do want to say to the current drivers, well done. What a race. I know it's not always easy, especially being in the pack, and if you've not had a chance to practice and stuff like that. But I also want to just give a quick shout out to the two new drivers. Nelly, what a race he seems to have had. May have been caught up in a couple of moments, but that can happen. It can happen to everybody. But a brilliant result for him. And for Critical, I mean, I think it was just unfortunate at the end, but still, to be thrown in at the deep end to a degree. I mean, this is the thing. The two new drivers have driven with us a fair few times in open lobbies, in practice sessions and stuff like that. But you can't practice for being in the DGT pack.
No.
It's one of the... you can't... it's like you can't practice taking a penalty at Wembley because you ain't got the crowd there or the pressure and things like that. And it can be quite nerve-wracking, so I will say well done to those two. Anything else that you want to add there, Ray?
Great racing, and the guys looked like a great race as well. And the two newcomers, Martini and Nelly, looked like they had a good race as well. Someone in a couple of battles. But Martini, we've seen, had a couple of mistakes, but kept going. So, yeah,
okay.
Hats off to them.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do now. What we will do, if I send the correct images, is we can go through the confirmed race result, but what we won't have yet is if there's any stewarding or any penalties to deal with. So, to confirm then, because we can confirm the finishing positions, unless somebody's getting disqualification. But yeah, so Steve F1 with the win, 1.5 seconds ahead of Demon R in the end. Yeah, Demon R will be kicking himself on that one, I think. Excuse me, we did have a bit of a gap then back to SRI in third place, but it was such a brilliant battle with SRI and Jason. Jason 5th, Conrad finished in 4th place. Nelly, as we mentioned, finished in 6th. Jimmy in 7th. SGP pretty much drove in every single position apart from 1st. He finished in 8th. Bob finishing in 9th. Formula Gary in 10th with Rich Blues 11th. Critical in 12th. And then we had Twilight in 13th and Art Power in 14th. So unless somebody's got more penalty points than they scored, everybody will have had points today, Ren.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, normally everybody does, do they not?
Yeah, it is points all the way to the final position, yeah. It's just if they get more penalty points than points to score, they can end up on a minus.
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly mention the next track. Do you remember the next track?
The track is... wait there, I had that up.
You drove it last night.
Oh, it's...
Good day, mate.
Mount Panorama. Yeah.
Panorama, yes. Bathurst.
Bathurst, yeah.
And I know we talked about it towards the end of the last championship that we wouldn't take this car around that track if the car couldn't handle it. Some people may not have believed us. I think in the 3 laps the drivers did after the race on Thursday, they might realise we were telling the truth. The car can handle the mountain. Now, admittedly, if you go too fast or you brake too late, you can still crash. but the car can handle the mountain. And oddly, it seems that the tyres, the soft tyres, last better there than they do at the Seaside. So it'll be very interesting to see how drivers get on with the different tyre strategies around that track. But also, let's not forget, probably one of, or maybe the second most evil pit entry around. That's where Ray's going. Pit entry? What's the pit entry?
Sorry, what?
Most
Oh, the
evil
pit entry? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've not tried it yet, so
It's
yeah.
if you go in too quick, it's horrible. Now, what I will try and do, if I do get a chance, I will do a lap guide. I'm not going to do another stint guide. If anybody wants advice on stints, how to look after the tyres and stuff like that, have a look at DGT League G-Spot number 41. I do a stint guide on that around the DGT Seaside, and you'll see massively the difference between tyres that are looked after and do good times, and tyres that are pushed to get good times and it doesn't work. But yeah, I will try and get a lap guide out for Bathurst, where I can show the braking points. And next time we race at the DGT Seaside, I think I might go on holiday. Right.
Is that so you don't hit the wall again?
Yeah. Right, on that bombhole, I think it's time to bring it to an end. So, Ray, thank you for joining us on commentary.
Yep. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to the drivers and the admins behind the scenes. Been a great.
Season opener.
Great. Yeah, season opener.
Absolutely. Right. Let's get ready to head over to join the Aussies for a few bevies to watch some kangaroos jumping around in the fields.
Ta-da!
Yeah, ta-ta. We'll also see who's going to end up spinning in the gravel. I wouldn't be surprised though, given that that track has got a Conrod straight. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Conrod going quick. Right. We'll do a final confirmation of if there's any penalties and the championship standings, and then we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Good luck in the mountain. Bye.
I hope you're not on about the mountain from Game of Thrones, because he'd just abuse you. Good luck in the mountain.
The mountain part of the track, you know.
I know. And on that, see you later. So I can confirm that there has been no reports placed, so the result stands as it is, with everybody getting the points that they earned, which is, the standings is now the same as the race result. No surprise there. I have been messaged to ask, to look at a couple of things for the G-Spot. Nothing drastic. I think Twilight's one. He's asked me to show something on the G-Spot so that one of the new drivers knows why Twilight didn't wait for him when he absolutely annihilated him. Okay, that's not true. I think it's Critical, or Martini as we called him. He had a crash, one of the crashes at the top of the hill. Twilight came over the top of the hill and hit him when he was crashing. So Twilight, I think, just wanted to be able to explain, right, the reason I didn't wait is because you were already crashing and it wasn't really my fault. So if I get a chance to do a bit of a G-Spot, we will. If not, don't panic, because there isn't any stewarding that we need to be doing. So I may save the G-Spot requests until we do get a steward report to deal with in one of the future races. We'll have to see how things go. Okay, quickly want to mention that we do have merch available. We do t-shirts, caps, mugs, cups, hoodies, trousers, pants, underpants, socks, mouse mats. What else do we do? Backpacks, pictures. We can do all different kind of things. And if you're interested in a bit of merch, and it can be customized as well, you would have to request for me to customize your items. But check out the link in the description. The Streamlabs link to the merch, and it will show some base examples on there. To be honest, it's been a while since I've been on and updated the website, so I will try and get that done to see if there's anything cool and new that they've brought out. Because I know previously they'd brought out some key rings, which I don't think they do anymore. So I will try and get a good look over that. So yeah, if you're interested in getting some merch, feel free to check out the link in the description. I will mention as well that the t-shirts that we have on offer, the quality of comfort of those t-shirts is absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm actually wearing one now. I must admit, I think I've got about 6 or 7 of them. They really are nice, comfortable t-shirts to wear. Okay, right, that's enough waffle from me. We'll get ready for Bathurst next time around. So thanks for watching. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and we'll see you all again soon.